It's time for the Breakaway, presented by Frontier Communications.
Thanks, guys. Darlington, 7 years ago, you arrived here, 20-year-old rookie. What was that like? Were you nervous when you first arrived?
Yeah, I was definitely say I was nervous. This is my first time being far from home. I went to the University of Akron, which is about 45 minutes from home, so I was definitely nervous, but I had a couple guys here that took me under their wings to help me out a lot.
Who were some of the players that really took you under, helped you get comfortable and acclimate here? I
would say Adam Moffitt. He was a veteran in the league, and he helped me out a lot with everyday needs, finding a place and getting a car and things like that. And also my good friend of mine, Freddie Braun, who I still see, he helped me a lot as well, get adjusted to the city.
And how important is it to have guys like that on a team to help you get comfortable when you join, and for guys that are added, you know, midway through their career?
Yeah, I think it's huge. Not just rookies, but even guys that come, like you said, midway through the year or beginning of the season, just to get them situated off the field, so all they have to worry about is playing. And I think it makes it a lot easier when all you have to do is focus on the game and your teammates and practice in the games.
And when you have those relationships, does it make playing easier? Do you guys feel a connection that makes the chemistry on the field easier? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I would say it's easier because that way you're not afraid to go up to someone and talk about a game or a certain situation that's happened in the game or training. So I think it definitely makes the chemistry of the group a lot better, being close with your teammates on and off the field.
So Darlington, you're 7. The roles have certainly reversed. You are no longer the mentee. You are now the mentor to some of the guys on this team. At what point over your time here in Portland, when did you feel a shift or feel the need to take on that responsibility to help some of the younger guys get comfortable and acclimate with the team?
I would say maybe last year I started transitioning towards that way, and this year I feel a lot more, having lost, Jack is gone and Ned is gone as well, and Ned was a huge part of the team last year, so a lot of our veterans have left, and now I'm one of the guys that have been here the longest, so I say probably this year I feel it the most.
So who are some of the Darlington Nagbe students? Who are some of the guys on the team that you've made a conscious effort to help a little bit?
I mean, the biggest one I'd say is Elvis. Elvis Powell, that's my little brother. I just love him. So I'm helping him out. No matter what it is, I'm there for him. And then obviously I've been playing with Marco Farfan. So he's been great as well. I just tell him, go out there, have fun, and do what you have to do. And if anything need to be out, I'll adjust to you.
I want to get back to Elvis for a moment. We were just laughing before the segment about some of his celebrations, his dancing. Can you have you ever tried to teach him some of your dance moves?
No, he's pretty, it's a cultural thing. So for him, his dance moves, I think he thinks they're great. And I enjoy them, but I think it's a cultural thing, the Hispanic guys, they have a little salsa, and Elvis has a lot of the Jamaican culture music in him, so, and every guy has their own rhythm and music that they like, so he's a fun one.
Now, you also mentioned that Elvis moved lockers so he could be next to you in the locker room. What's that like now?
Oh, it's great, As much as he wanted to move, I think I wanted him to move there next to me as well. Just because, we're always kind of screaming across the way or whatever, or getting next to each other. So I have him right there next to me now. So he's taking care of me and I'm taking care of him.
And in terms of just other relationships you have on this team, I see it at training when I'm out there, just the laughing, the fun that you guys are having while also working hard, obviously. But Adi cheering for you as you're finishing up a drill and you cheering for Elvis. How much easier does that make a game day when these guys have my back, I have theirs?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, knowing that the guys have your back and you have theirs. It makes you more comfortable, knowing you can commit to a certain situation, that if you do get beat or if things don't go right, then the next guy is right there for you, helping you along the way. So I think it's huge, and that's the best thing about being on a team.
And as the treasurer, I want to ask you, that is one of the best things I've heard. How did you get elected to this role?
I think it was just everyone was thinking about who would be the treasurer, and I don't think a lot of people wanted to do it, and I was just like, oh, I'll do it. I feel like the guys, maybe they respect me enough to know that I'm not taking their money and using it on diapers. So, so I kind of got the role, and it's been fun so far.
Are you being fair with your judgments? Has anyone gotten off yet?
Yeah, a couple people have gotten off, and they've had great reasons to get off. But everyone else, yeah, he's got to come in there. He's got to spin that fine wheel.
So Darlington, big picture question: is there anything that you wish you had known as the 2011 rookie Darlington Nagbe? Something you know now that you wish you had known then?
I say there's more games. There's always more games. It was just interesting coming in from college where we had just won a national championship and had won a bunch of games to come to the professional level where it's not always going to be as easy as it was. And, you know, you can't win every single game even though as much as you'd like to. So I wish I would have known that, and my expectations were more realistic. But I'll say they're good now.
Well, we've got more games coming up tomorrow. I think everyone's very excited to see you guys take on KC. Thank you so much for coming on Timbers in 30 Darlington. Good luck.